Hello, good day everyone. So again, this is another video and another learnings also. So for today's discussion, I'm going to discuss the lesson 4, which is the technology collaborative tools in the digital world. So as we go to this discussion, we are able to identify and explore collaborative tools or application. So this time we are going to know its purpose, the advantage and disadvantage of the application, and also its capacity and how that application can help us as a student. So let's move on to the technology as collaborative tool. So it gives students a challenge to engage in a group or work together. It is the students to share information and discussion, and also can relay information through texting, emailing, chatting, or online document. So it is important for us as an individual to know this collaborative tool when it comes to technology, because technology nowadays is very essential when it comes to different aspects of community or society. And also, during this new platform of education given by the DepEd, it is very important for students to share their informations and ideas through technology, because we are not allowed to have face-to-face classes. So that's why we use technology as our tool to continue studying and continue striving to achieve our goals. So here are some tools that we have. Like the first is the Skype, second is the Wiki, third is the blogging, and the fourth one is the Google Group or Google Form. So those tools or applications that I've mentioned can totally help us, especially as a student or as an individual. So as a student, it helps us to gather data and informations, and it is also usable to our activity, reporting, and vice versa. So the first tool that we have is the Skype. So it is a telecommunications application. It specializes in providing voice over internet protocol based video telephony or video conferencing and voice calls. So this application totally help us having a video conference when it comes to marketing strategy or doing our job, especially if you have appointment. You can also use Skype as a medium of communication or video conference. So the next is a wiki. So it is a website that allows collaborative editing of its content and is structured by its users. So it is a database for creating, browsing, and searching through information. So this website totally help us as a student to access and gain more informations and data. And that's the good thing for us as our readers. So those various informations displayed in that particular website is editable by the author. So we have blogging. It refers to writing, photography, and other media that self-publish online. So when you say self-publish, it is your idea, it is your output, it is your work. Okay, so blogging are now loosely used for content creation and sharing on social media. So for me, one of the best example for this is the application Brainly. So Brainly is something can help you when it comes to academic, because it gives a question with an answer, and that thing is published by those students or individual who have experience, who have a learning from that particular questions. So lastly, we have Google Group or Google Form. So it is an application that can be used in a collaborative documentation of ideas. It is a survey administration software included as the part of the free web-based Google Docs editor suite offered by Google. So through Google Form, we can also gain a lot of ideas and opinions of everybody. And Google Forms composed of questions and choices. So it needs answers for the respondents. So Google Form is one of the good medium to use to have a brainstorming or survey of the research. Next, I have Group Chat. Group Chat is one of the most easiest way to access, because it is available in Messenger, and also Group Chat help us to access easily to our our classmates and teachers or professors. So those tools that I mentioned totally help us to gain more information, ideas, and opinions that help us to grow more, and also through those things we can learn more. So at this time I would like to ask you a question. So how do you want to learn? So I conduct a survey with 20 respondents from junior high and second year college. So for me to determine in what way students capable to learn. So that's why I also use Google Forms as my research instrument to gather data. And also for my respondents, I have second year college 8 respondents, first year college 4 respondents, senior high 6 respondents, and junior high 2 respondents. And my survey tool or instrument is Google Form, video call via Messenger, and personal interview. So after the survey, I conclude that 65% choose listening to the teacher, 20% for taking down notes, 5% for the surfing the internet, reading the textbook, and also there is one respondent give another answer, which is the face-to-face. So most of the respondents says that it is good and comfortable to learn when you listen to the teacher who can give examples and a lot of explanations. So this is another layout to show you the results of the survey. So here are some documentation when I conduct my survey. So that's it. It is the end of the slide. So thank you for listening everyone, and see you again for the next topic. God bless all and keep safe.